New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve. Even though I'm nervous, I can't wait to spend it with you. Bye. As for you, Devontae, I want you to wonder like I did. Except, I want you to wonder if I'll ever tell anyone about you and Elvira. It might take me 20 years, 20 minutes, 20 days. I want you to wonder when your life will come crashing down when I wondered who helped destroy my relationship with Elvira all of this time. Have a good day. I know that my word doesn't mean much to you, Terry, but if you accomplish the mission, then you're free from me for good. Okay, let's get this done and over with as soon as possible. We actually got the place to ourselves. My parents are at the beach and won't be back for hours. Even though I don't like it, Ulissa is at Vanessa's house for New Year's Eve. So yeah, the place is ours. You still nervous? A bit. Don't be. I love you, Nichelle, and I'm glad I get to spend New Year's with you. I love you too, Zeke. And there's no one else I would like to go into the new year with. Devontae? Yes, Isabel? Why have you been looking bothered all day? Bothered? What do you mean? What I mean is that you're constantly looking around like you're waiting for something to pop off. Something will pop off. The fireworks when the clock hits 12, and I'm only looking around because we're in charge of this whole setup. You're usually calm during New Year's Eve. I've been married to you for over 20 years, remember? I know that something is bothering you. Hello, Devontae? Hello, Isabel? I can't believe Udell would dare show his face here. Dad, we also didn't have to come. We come here every year, Essador. Most of all, we have to show this town that we're not afraid to show our faces in public when we face adversity. Speaking of not being afraid to show your face in public. What do you want, Heidi? Is it wrong to want to spend New Year's with my family? Not when you cheat on that family. Burn! Look, Gianni, this is the only chance I get to talk things out with you since I'm not allowed back at the estate. We said all that we needed to say on Christmas. Russos, nice seeing you all here before the end of the year. Tell me what you want and let me enjoy the rest of my New Year's Eve in peace. Should you be drinking? Shouldn't you be minding your own business? Besides, it's New Year's Eve. What do you want, Terry? I love you. What do you want? Happy New Year to you too, Zeke. Yvette, why do you keep blowing up my phone? I need Nichelle's help with something. If you need her help, then why don't you call her phone? I'm not close to her like that, but since you're her boyfriend, I thought that you could relay the message. Udell, it's nice to see you. Where's Wanda? She's around here somewhere. Great to see you, Udell. As you can see, my wife and I are busy and got to make our rounds. Before we do that, I want to know how Yvette is doing. She's keeping a brave face. I just wish I didn't have to see the Russos here. I understand. The thing is that the rest of the Russos didn't commit a crime and I can't really ban them from coming since there hasn't been a conviction in Yvette's case. Out of all people, I should understand that. I get that you don't want to run into the Russos, but there are so many people around that you can speak with. Just like there are plenty of people Isabel and I need to speak with. Let's get going. Before you both head off, Isabel, there's something I need to tell you. Finnegan, I need you to walk away right now. Don't shoo your boyfriend away, Heidi. I'm glad that he's here. Well, I'm not. Commissioner Burke, shame on you. Shame on you for devastating my family. Can I speak with Finnegan alone? Gianni, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't care. Heidi, you listen to your husband. Because Gianni is still your husband. Let's give him and Commissioner Burke time to talk. Ever since you took the diary out of my office, you mean the same diary you took from my late aunt? Yes. It's been hard for me to sleep knowing that it's not in my possession. Again, the diary was never yours to begin with, so I don't know why you can't sleep well without it. We both know why. It makes me feel like with it being out of my possession, it could risk someone else finding out what I've done. You mean when you helped my late great-grandfather Dante to take his own life? Because of that, I was wondering if you could just keep the diary, but rip that page out of it. What do you even want to talk to Nichelle about? My mom? What's that got to do with her? What's that got to do with me? She's staying at Theodosius's palace. And I want to know what room she's staying in. You don't got your mom's number? You can't ask her? She won't tell me, which is why I need you to get Nichelle to ask her dad where exactly my mom is staying at so that I could ask my mom why she hasn't come back home. That ain't got nothing to do with me or Nichelle. She don't even want me talking to you. I kept silent about us for this long, Zeke. I like some kindness in return. What is it, Udell? Udell! I was looking for you. Looks like you found him. Wanda, can you tell your husband that Isabel and I are really busy at the moment? Udell, I think that it's best that you not bother them right now. You're right, Wanda. Maybe we can catch up another time. See you both later. What were you about to do? Don't worry about what I was about to do. How come you're trying to protect Devante? Gianni, before you start, I just want you to know that I never had any issues with you, except you just wanted to sleep with my wife and got exactly what you wanted. You don't deem that as disrespectful? I doubt you would feel the same way if your wife slept with someone else. Maybe. Since you're here, I'd like to know something. How long did you plan to sleep with Heidi behind my back? Until you got bored? Was the end game to get her to leave me? Do you love Heidi? Those are a bunch of questions, Gianni. But here's what I know. You've always loved your wife. Despite everything, I don't think you would even let her go. Then you don't know me at all. Oh really? Can you honestly tell me that it wasn't a crime of passion when you ran me over with your car over 20 years ago and kept on driving, not knowing if I was even still alive? Why would you ask me something like that? To rip out Elvira's words like they never existed? Those are my aunt's words. The aunt that I loved. I understand. You don't. I do. But I would feel much more calm if I knew that those pages were destroyed. Elvira was so much more than the gatekeeper of dark secrets. Don't try to act like you knew Elvira more than I did. Do you know what I find funny, Terry? No. You're the only person who asked for those pages to be destroyed. Everyone else simply wanted me to turn them over. Why is that? I don't know why other people do what they do. Maybe that's it. Or maybe you took Elvira's life. Ben, that's enough. Like I told you, I never, ever hurt her. But you helped my great-grandfather take his own life. He had a terminal illness, Ben. He didn't want to suffer and he asked me to help him. And doing that would cause you to lose your license. Elvira found out and she hated keeping quiet. Out of all the secrets, that was the secret she hated keeping the most. Maybe you just needed to shut her up once and for all so that you wouldn't lose your license and go to prison. I'm not the one who ended her life. Come on, you were the one who was there. Maybe you didn't see anything, but you were 5. Maybe you heard more than you think. Ben, are you okay? You're all dressed up. Where are you going? To Theodosius's palace. You're taking me with you. What? Unless you want me to call the police and tell them how my great-grandfather actually passed away, then you're taking me to Theodosius's palace. There's something I know that everyone needs to hear and I want you there. You threatening me? I'm asking you for a favor. Yvette, I'm warning you, if you tell Nichelle that you and I hooked up, then it won't help other people to believe your side of things when it comes to Max. What did you say? Don't be silly, Udell. I'm not trying to protect Devontae. You sure could have fooled me, just like how you fooled me for 2 whole decades. I just don't want there to be any more damage. What do you think the Russos will do when they find out that I knew their underage daughter had an affair with a grown man? First off, you knew. I didn't. Like I told you before, I'm not afraid of the Russos. Neither am I. But I'm not willing to fight another major battle when I'm trying to put all of my energy into making sure that our daughter gets justice. I haven't forgotten Yvette. I'll still work with you since our daughter needs the both of us. What about after the trial? Could our marriage still survive? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yes, you do, Gianni. I walked out of the place I was living at. Then the next thing I know, I'm pretty much flying in the air because a car hit me and kept on driving. When I came to, realized what happened to me, I wondered who would hate me that much to run me over and not even make sure if I was still alive. That's when it hit me, and I realized that she found out about Heidi and I. I'm police commissioner for a reason. Exactly. You're in the police force. You make plenty of enemies. You being one of them. Let's say I did. How come I'm not in prison? Not enough evidence and your family name would keep you from there. I also wasn't trying to give Heidi a tough time. Most of all, I knew that if word got out that I had an affair with your wife, who was also working for the DA's office, my career would be in jeopardy. You're in one piece and I recently found out about this reignited affair, but there are other ways that you can come after me. If you don't want the police force looking into that hit and run, then I need you to stand down. You all must think I'm stupid. Ben? What on earth are you doing embarrassing us like this? I remembered something about that night. What night? The night that Elvira lost her life. What exactly do you remember, Ben? What Elvira screamed with her last breath? One of you also know what she screamed. It was you. You took Elvira's life and I know exactly why.